morning, everybody. Rusty from the Rusty Razor. Got another shave today. And today we're going to be using, let's get this right, Stirling's Autumn Glory. Yep, smells really good. Imagine walking through a forest in the fall with all the leaves on the ground, with a little bit of pine trees in the background. That's what you get. It's been used a few times. It smells really good. I like it. Now, the lather, on the other hand, smells kind of interesting. Because why? I was like lathering this thing up and I was like, you know what? You know what would be really good in this? A little bit of tobacco. So I took my Haverford and put a drop of Haverford in it. Wow, it smells really good. So imagine Autumn Glory with just a little bit of tobacco scent in it. Man, it smells good. All right, so the razor of the day is the Rockwell 6. I keep forgetting. I think it's the S. I think it's the 6S. It's hard to tell because it's red. You know, I always forget. Is that chrome or is that stainless? I think it's stainless with been plated. With fourth use of Statum blades. I was just like, oh, yeah, I forgot I have at least one more use of these Statums. It's been a while, been about a week or so since I used them. They've just been sitting there like, I better use it. Get the fourth use out of it. So, plate 4. I got it on plate 4 today. A little bit more aggression. As I got a little bit more fur on the face today than I normally do. Yeah, it's like kind of a late morning. I got hung up on stuff, chatting away with my friend. It's like messaging while I'm eating my breakfast, and the next thing you know, it's like everything's like, oh yeah, it's like I was supposed to go do my do something a while ago, so it's like, okay, well that puts everything back an hour or more, so it works. Man, it smells good. Oh no. Back in the bowl. Oh, how's your day going? Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, I'm running, it's like running behind in time, but really does time matter when you don't have any appointments or have to be anywhere? Life is retirement. Has its ups and downs. The good thing about it is that you got time. You don't have to necessarily do anything that day, or you can just run out and do whatever you want. You got plenty of time. The downside, don't have any money. You're on a fixed income. You're like, oh yeah, I got to budget everything. It's like, a while back, I was chatting with Sig about watches. He's a big watch aficionado, but it's kind of like being a sports fan. You like the team, and you like watching the team, but you can't afford the team. You couldn't even pay the salary for a member of the team. Which is pretty much how watch, if you're into watch collecting, it's like, oh yeah, I can afford it. It's like, if you think about it in baseball terms, you got single A, double A, triple A, then you get the majors. Well, I can barely afford the ticket into the single A right now. Let's just put it that way. That's the best way to equate it when you're retired. Got to watch all your pennies. And it's like when you were working, you know, you're making money. And I remember back when I was on active duty in the Army as an officer, it's like, oh, I could buy a Rolex. It's like 1/3 of my monthly income. I suppose I could do that. You know, save up a little bit of money for a month or two and just buy it. And then you got a wife that says, no, we can do some other things with that money. Like put it away in retirement. I'm like, oh yeah, we can. I know. We probably will. But where's the fun in that? You can't, use it all the time, But, when you got a bunch of money that you put away, and then you watch inflation go, oh, nom, 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 in the last 2 years, just eat it all up. And you're like, why the hell did I waste all that freaking time? Putting all that money away and just have the government bend you over and end up ruining the value of everything you worked so hard to put away. And I could have bought that same Rolex back then. Maybe I could have bought 3 for a month's income, right? At the time. And then they would be worth 10 times that now. It's like, which would have been a better investment? Things you think back on. But how would you know, Because it's watch collecting now has gone batshit crazy. Oh, well. When you're married to a very stoic, conservative woman that doesn't believe in anything, right? Doing anything adventurous. You don't do things like that. Now, on the other hand, she always bitched and moaned about, it was back in the 90s when this game came out. Magic the Gathering came out. I got in at the ground level when it first came out. And I had a bunch of those cards. Let's just say some of the cards I had back then are now worth a lot of money. So there was, but the problem is finding somebody that wants to buy this stuff. That's the hard part. Yeah, they may be worth value, but you got to find somebody that has the money that wants it. And you can wait around a year or two before you can sell anything. On the other hand, there's always the gray market when it comes to watches. I don't know. Not the topic you want to hear when you're watching somebody shave, but I could spend the entire video talking about, the gap is this, it weighs this much, the performance is like, but how many times do you see me use this razor? It's like, I don't have a lot of razors, I use the same ones over and over. And I use the same soaps over and over because I don't have a company sending me stuff all the time. I do occasionally get, I may win a giveaway and get something, or every once in a while I'll have somebody like Todd or I'm gonna take care of man, or Sig, Sig sent me this, he gave me this. So he had an extra, so he sent it to me. But I don't have companies going knocking your door down because, I don't have a channel. You blink, you miss it, Not like the heck is that? Something banging around outside. Today, this setting 4 plate is working good. It feels good to me today. Every one of those days where you shave with something and then it's like, this feels terrible. I just don't feel like. But 4th use of the Statum blades on the plate 4 is working just fine. Feels comfortable. But now, there's only been one Stirling soap that I was not happy with. All of them usually perform really good for me. Neck is pretty done, except right here. I haven't gone up. Upper lip isn't so bad. I've done a couple cross grains. But it was the Island Man, I think it was. Scent wasn't bad, but the soap just broke down and turned into oil. I was like, not good. Not happy with that one. So I haven't gotten another sample of it to even try because it just left a bitter pill in your, a bitter taste in your mouth because of it. But I'd say Stirling would be an interesting thing. Is take your Autumn Glory and add a little more, add some tobacco to it, and see how that comes out. That is, wow, that smells good. But yeah, I always have, my wife's always asking me, do you use all those soaps? I was like, yes, I rotate through them. She's always trying, it's like she did a cost analysis of her spending a while back. And she wants to retire. And she's like, we can't afford to retire. You retired already. But now, so if I retire, we can't live. Because their expenses would be too much. Like, I'd have to start working. So, and I wanted to, like, my daughter gets plasma. She makes about $800 a month extra giving plasma, but I looked into it and talked to one of the places, like, oh, you're diabetic. Sorry, go away. Like, is it just a policy? Don't? It's like, we have to spend time talking to your doctor and getting that. That's just too much work. Just go away. Like, oh, okay. Yeah. It's interesting. What got me kicked out of the military also won't let me do anything else and make money just on the cheap. Now I can get blood. It's like the blood center. You know, I gave up giving blood for a while. You know, they don't pay you. The blood center doesn't pay us. You just donate it. Like, I'm up to like 20 gallons of blood I've given over the years with them. And it's like, it's like, there's other, it's like, oh, I'm up to 50 gallons. I'm like, holy crap. That's a lot of blood. They don't mind. They just say, oh, sure. They just test, like, up, your hemoglobin levels are up. You're good. You got plenty. They just want to make sure you're not anemic, you know. That's their big thing. All right, hit a neighbor's truck. Must have been they pulled up and were unloading something. But yeah, we got another place that's nearby. So I'll give them a shot maybe this week. See what they say. Here's the blade working. But if I can make an extra $500 to $800 a month, that would take care of, help a lot, you know. It's like, we were fine 3 years ago. And then all the inflation hit. And then we, obviously, the government adding on $8 trillion to the national debt, and they monetize money to pay for said debt. All it does is inflate. It's like 3 years ago, actually almost 4 years ago now, it's like $50, $60 would buy me groceries for a week. Now it's $110. Like, yeah. But we're doing fine. Yeah, right. Okay. And that's just across the board for everything. So the end result is either go back to work or find a way to make some money. Oh, I'm really smelling the pine this time. Wow, that's interesting. Now when I hit, I think 62, I can get government assistance. Because I'm also considered handicapped in a way. Doesn't look it, but you see me in the morning when I wake up. It's like an old car engine trying to turn over. Like, like, and then once it gets running and motoring around, it's fine. It runs all day. But the next morning, it's the same thing. All right, right there. All right, we're done. I can really smell the pine now. It's coming out. Okay. Yep. Stirling's Morning Our Autumn Glory. Oh, that smells good. Yeah. Come out of there. A little more. A little more. There we go. It smells good. Got that loamy pine scent coming across. Man, with a little, maybe, was it jasmine? Maybe jasmine. Yep. Autumn Glory. For the glory of the empire. All right. Now, the shave of the day. Get some water all over it. Stirling's Autumn Glory. Great scent. So if you're into the fall kind of fall/spring, this could be a spring scent too. It's like when everything starts warming up again after winter, you get that same kind of scent coming across too. So, and then we had the Statum blades, 4th use, with the Rockwell 6S. I think it's a 6S. I'll remember someday. Yeah, I always remember when I'm looking at the previous time I used it. Like, oh yeah, okay. And then everybody lectures me. Yeah. Okay, getting old. All right, so that's the shave of the day, everybody. Hope you guys like it. Like and subscribe, share with your friends, and we'll see you in the next one. Rusty out.